Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back.
You've got a situation where you're looking at charges in Romania, you're looking at charges in UK. Could the U.S. be next? I don't know that he could necessarily run. I mean, there's no way he could go where people wouldn't know who he is.
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. We have some breaking news on Mr. Andrew Tate. And I'm bringing this to you with my pearl-handled pistol cufflinks. Also, our content genius is behind the camera, behind the ideas, behind this beautiful community that we've created. And but before we get to that, I want to put a shout-out to Carrie Curry. I'm not sure where she's from, but I will have to say love and freedom, you and gentleness. She so graciously sent her appreciation by sending me a couple of monogram cufflinks. How sweet is that? I just, when you guys send me stuff, I love it. It's not like I'm pining for you gifts, because I'm not. I mean, I'm not a gift kind of person, but I like to give rather than receive. But when I do receive little mementos or little things that people send in appreciation for what we do here, I just can't tell you how much it pleases both me and Michael. So it's the card reads, "Dear Bruce, thank you and Michael for putting out such great content. Take care. Enjoy this gift." I mean, that's just simple and sweet. So thank you, Miss Curry. Okay, before we get to Andrew Tate, this episode is brought to you by eForms.com. eForms.com is a very effective way to avoid people like me. Avoid me at all costs. You don't really want to see a lawyer, do you? And, you know, if you need a legal form, guess where you're going to go? You're going to go to eForms.com. If you need a power of attorney, like let's say you're a known sex trafficker and villain, you know, and you're hiding out in Romania and you're about to leave the country. Well, you got to have somebody take care of your business, right? So you get a power of attorney on eForms.com. I'm not talking about my grandmother, by the way. She's in the basement. She's just kind of chilling with her Cheetos and her porn. But if you need any kind of business agreement, any kind of legal form, go to eForms.com. It will protect you, and you can save a ton of money. You don't have to have a guy like me prepare those documents because it's expensive. So eForms.com. All right, so breaking news. Andrew Tate has been arrested again. He's been indicted in the UK. What does that mean? So a court in Romania has granted a request by British authorities to extradite Andrew Tate, but only after the legal proceedings against him have been concluded. So he was taken into custody on this arrest warrant out of British arrest warrant, and he was released right away. So in Bucharest, the Court of Appeals decision came after Tate, who's 37 years old, and his brother Tristan were detained on Monday evening on arrest warrants issued by British authorities over allegations of sexual aggression in the UK. And this is a case dating back from 2012 to 2015. If you remember, there were grumblings about them not prosecuting, and Tate's lawyers have given out a statement. And his lawyer says, they hailed the decision, saying it provides an opportunity for the brothers to participate fully in their defense and for the legal process to proceed in a transparent manner, because we know that's what they're all about. But apparently 4 women had reported that Andrew Tate to the UK authorities for allegedly sexual violence and sexual abuse, but the Crown prosecution decided not to prosecute a while back. Not sure why they all of a sudden decided to start prosecuting this case, but these 4 women have lawyers in England, and they have created a whole bunch of documents and put together a package, for the authorities to look at, and now they've changed their mind and they're prosecuting him. So his only legal trouble isn't just Romania. It's now Romania and the UK.
If you want to come over and do a week of long streams and content before I leave, I think it'll be big. And I'm sorry, he said it's basically now or never. And this is just, I told you guys this year, it's a week of content, right? And again, guys, it might be the last time we ever do this. So it's kind of like we got to take advantage of it now because, hey, bro, it's basically like, yeah, it's like that. And then
Andrew Tate sends a message to Adin Ross saying that he's going to be leaving Romania and never coming back. Apparently, the court, when they released him, had that information.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back.
That's the whole risk of flight phenomena that we're talking about. Here's some footage of the Tate brothers being arrested and brought into court.
Andrew, are you ready to go back to London?
Why do you think they reopened the case?
It's disconcerting when that happens, when you're a defendant, because it's unpredictable. But one of the things that does happen with this kind of stuff is, let's say you're released and you're waiting trial, and all of a sudden something else comes up. Now you've been lulled into a false sense of security, that, okay, we're dealing with just this. And all of a sudden now they have an arrest warrant for you and they pick you up. If they find anything when they pick you up, and I'm hoping that Andrew Tate is not dumb enough to have any other shit on him, while this is pending. But all of a sudden they arrest you on a warrant. And if anything you have in your possession becomes fair game, that could be grounds for new charges. But there's no evidence that he does have any new charges other than the stuff in the UK. On March 12th, which would have been yesterday, or no, today. Is that today? Yeah. So, dated March 12th, which would be today, the lawyers for the women put out a statement. McHugh, Jury, and Partners represent 4 British women who accuse Andrew Tate of rape and serious physical and sexual assaults. Our clients' allegations were the subject of an investigation in the United Kingdom by the Hertford Constabulary. This morning, it came to our attention that Tate had been detained in Romania after an arrest warrant and extradition request was issued by the authorities in the United Kingdom to Romania in respect of allegations of sexual offenses during the same period in which our clients alleged Tate raped and assaulted them. Last week, we received information that Tate might have been planning to flee Romania.
I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back.
And maybe he got wind of the extradition notice, and maybe he thought he was being transported and not coming back. Or maybe he was really planning to flee, where he is due to stand trial for separate allegations of rape and human trafficking. We wrote to the British police to bring this to their attention and to urge them to immediately seek a warrant for Tate's detention in Romania and extradition. So now he's got 2 holds. He can't leave Romania. He can't leave Romania without the permission of the court. But now he really can't leave Romania because he not only has that, but he's also got an arrest warrant in the UK. While we cannot and do not comment on any knowledge of any ongoing investigation, we are grateful to the British authorities that have decided to take action and heed our concerns and concerns of our clients. Tate is accused of serious criminal offenses against a large number of victims and must be held accountable for those actions. So that is a statement from the quote-unquote victims' lawyers. Following his detention, Tate and his brother Tristan, and it's unclear what role Tristan had in all this, they're outside the courtroom and they're giving a statement in Romania. Now, guess what they're going to talk about? They're going to talk about the Matrix. They're going to talk about the demons going after them, and that the only people that he fears is God. And so let's hear what he has to say.
Unfortunately, I don't think many people in Romania understand, but in the West, in the countries that are owned by the Satanists, you move to a certain level of fame, you either put on a dress or you go to jail, and I'm happy to make my choice, which is jail every single time. My soul is not for sale, neither are my principles. We are innocent men. No, we're very innocent men, and in time, everybody's going to see that, and we're very excited to finish this judicial process and clear our names.
Well, you are free for now, but still the Romanian court approved extradition to the UK after the trial is over here.
It's very funny because I've been asking Romanian courts to go to the UK myself. I've asked 5 times and been declined. So now I get to go home. It's fantastic news.
The jail at the end of the final of the process. What
We'll see nothing better.
papers are checked. There are 5 more females that claim to be the victims. That's what they claim.
Claims are being made about intentions to flee Romania in any such claims here.
Today the judge told me, would you like to get extradited to England? That was the claim against me, that I was trying to flee, and I said, no, I want to stay here and face justice. I want to win here in Romania. So clearly that's not true.
So that's our, their little soiree after court. Keep in mind, there's 4 people charged in this case. There's the 2 women, and then we've got Andrew and Tristan. So, and there's no trial date set yet. They're still in kind of a preliminary stage where in Romania you can still challenge the evidence that the prosecution has. Now, there's been some other rulings about the forfeiture of their assets, and all that stuff is still up in the air. So I don't know when they don't have a trial date set yet. And I don't know that they necessarily have the right to have a speedy trial. They don't have a right to a jury trial in Romania. They just have one judge that decides with their fate, which is very difficult in this case. According to the lawyers on this UK thing, we handed over our evidence about the horrific acts of violence we endured and waited for action. But 4 years later, we were told UK authorities would not prosecute him. They stayed in there, and then it's our one remaining true hope to hold him accountable. Now, in all fairness, we should probably read what the Tates put out. So before the court's ruling Tuesday, lawyers for Tate said, they're dual citizens, both in the U.S. and the U.K., they reject the charges and express profound disappointment that such serious allegations are being resurrected without substantial new evidence. They have no idea what the evidence is. They have absolutely no idea because they haven't even faced the charges. And I guarantee you they haven't even seen the charges yet. So the lawyers for the women said in a statement, today's news is very welcome, and it's been a very significant concern to many that Tate would seek to avoid justice in Romania and abroad. In other words, they thought he was going to run. I don't know why. I don't know that he could necessarily run. I mean, there's no way he could go where people wouldn't know who he is. But according to Tate's lawyers, they unequivocally deny the accusations. They plan to flee. And they believe that the rumors originated from a popular online influencer who misconstrued a text message from our clients while streaming live. You heard what Adin Ross said. It seemed like he was reading it. And who knows what he meant by that. Tate himself said, "The Matrix is afraid, but I only fear God." And he uses the term matrix to refer to a wide-ranging conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. Sort of like, I think you could probably use the term the Matrix and deep state, kind of synonymously. And it's what people do, when they, you never hear them talk about the substance of the allegations. You just hear them talk about the bias of who's bringing them. And that's a typical tactic on this kind of stuff. So what does this mean for the Tate brothers? It means that they're going to have to face a trial in the UK. Does that mean that they may also face something in the U.S.? Because one of the women was from the U.S. But if it's deemed that she was trafficked over to Romania, he could face sex trafficking charges in the U.S. too. What we have here is, and I kind of thought this might be coming, you've got a situation where you're looking at charges in Romania, you're looking at charges in UK. Could the U.S. be next? Could they, based on this one woman coming from the United States? And here's the other thing. If you're a U.S. citizen and you go do sexual tourism in, say, Thailand, that's illegal. You could, even though the crime doesn't originate in the United States, because you're a U.S. citizen, you're governed by certain statutes that govern your conduct, even though it's outside the United States. So could there be additional charges coming in the United States? Possibly. I haven't heard that anything is, but it is a possibility. So we'll keep you posted as to the upcoming, foibles of Andrew Tate and his brother and their 2 co-defendants. I wouldn't be surprised if the 2 co-defendants start to flip on him. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your board-certified criminal defense lawyer. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next time after you sign up for Patreon here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, please just let my God.